Season 5 of MLB The Show 23 is finally here, and we have gotten so many good 2023 finest, retro finest, this milestone Acuna, which looks really good, and just so many good cards at the beginning of this season that you guys are going to want to pick up as soon as you can. So we're going to be going over how you guys, what you guys can be working on right now to start picking these guys up quickly. And yeah, what really just to focus on at the beginning of Season 5, this first week or two of the season. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. But let's go ahead and start off with what I suggest you guys focus on, right away in the season. So I would suggest focusing on this XP reward path for a couple different reasons. One, you're going to be able to pick up these bosses. If you do this quickly, you're going to be able to pick them up and sell them for a ton of stubs. They're still going for a lot of stubs, and you get them sooner in the XP reward path, as you guys noticed there. But then also at 435,000 XP, we have this really, really good Ronald Acuna who you can keep and play with. He's super good. But I would also suggest if you pick him up quickly, to sell him. He's going to be going for a ton of stubs here. You're not going to want to miss out on this opportunity. You guys are going to be able to get rich off of just picking him up and selling him, just within the first, few days, week of the program being out. So that I highly, highly suggest you guys do right there. But then I guess the question is, how do you guys get XP, right? And obviously playing the game. But what I suggest as far as getting some extra XP is going over to your programs, and if you guys are partway through some of these, finish these up, right? Like this Roberto Clemente program, I have 7, I'm pretty close to finishing it, but I also have 7,500 XP still sitting there for me to, it might take another 45 minutes for something like that for me to finish the program, and then I get all of that XP right there, the trick program right here. I'm halfway through it, but I also have 11,000 XP just sitting right here in the trick program, ready for me to complete. And that'll be a nice little boost in the XP reward path as well. So finishing up a lot of those programs you guys have not yet completed is definitely one thing. Another thing is coming over to collections, the core collection, let's start with, right? If you maybe don't have 135 cards, don't have 180 cards, go ahead and collect those now and get that 5,000, 10,000 extra XP. Same goes with the new set 5 collection right here, right? So pick up, as you start grinding, you're going to be able to pick up those cards quickly, getting the XP from that. But then also even like past set collections, right? Like I'm pretty close in the set 4 collection to 10,000 XP. I'm going to try to get that as soon as possible, collect those cards and get that XP, so it gives me a little bit of boost in the XP reward path right here. Also, team affinity, goals right here at 60,000 team affinity points, you get some XP. At every boss pack, basically you get XP, right? But then going back to past team affinities too, right? Like season 4, season 3, season whatever. You can go back, grind out some moments, showdowns, whatever you guys haven't done, and get that extra XP from team affinity. But then also these Negro League moments actually have a decent amount of XP, right? I'm not done with them. Something I need to do for the core collection, but coming into these, completing these super easy moments, and you're gonna get a lot of I worked through probably half of this so far, and you got a good amount of XP from that. So, if you want a little bit of XP and you want to break from some of the team affinity stuff or whatever, I would suggest doing those moments, getting some extra XP right there. But then also there's the ball player, tasks right here, and you can be a pitcher, hitter, whatever it is. Let's say you're a hitter. Play at a custom stadium where it's easy to hit lots of extra base hits, home runs. You're going to be getting all of that gameplay XP, but then working through these programs right here where you're getting, a ton of different XP goals to help you, earn this XP is just a little bit quicker, right? So that's an option. Not going to go in depth with ball player right now, but that's an option. And then, something I suggest if you guys do want a different option to grind XP outside of Diamond Dynasty, that is a good one right there. And we also have a few new collections like the Set 5 collection, Core collection, Season 5 Team Affinity collection. So I'm probably going to have separate videos on all these going into more depth on each one. But there's a ton of ways to be grinding for core cards right now. If you want to get that Albies or that Seager, whatever, there's a lot of different ways to do that. Live Series collection rewards, those Negro League moments like I showed you guys before, different programs as well. For example, if you guys have not done the Mexico City Series program, there's a bunch, probably like 15 or so core cards in here. That's super, it's easy, right? It's just a few moments, missions, whatever, conquest map to do that, to get those cards. Not too bad right there. And then also there's a good chunk of cards, core cards actually from the US conquest map as well, if I can find it here. Nation of Baseball right there. And then, yeah, just going over to the goals right here. And, there's a bunch of core cards in here, probably 10 or so that you can get from completing this. So it's going to take a while to complete, right? So, I would maybe, but you can use like you can do team affinity missions while playing that and picking up core cards. Kind of up to you guys, but lots of ways. And again, a more in-depth video on the core collection will be coming here at some point, but that's some stuff you guys can be doing for the core collection. But then if we shift our focus to the set 5 collection, there's actually not that many ways to be grinding. There's not a ton of set 5 cards in the game that you guys can just be like grinding for, right? There's a lot of ones that you might have to buy or whatever it might be. So the main things, because if we go over to programs here, there's no set 5 programs in here for you guys to be grinding except for Team Affinity, right? So Team Affinity, and then Team Affinity, and then some of the online modes we'll go over here in just a second, and that's going to be your main way of picking up these set 5 collection cards. But keep in mind, more set 5 cards will also be coming in the future. We'll be going over that just in a second too. But Team Affinity, go through the conquest, go through the showdown, go through the moments, the exchanges, all of this stuff, and pick up these cards and start working on that collection there through Team Affinity. And then some of the online modes as well, like new Ranked came out, so you're going to be able to get some cards from that if you like playing online. And then also, I think there's a new event as well. New BR is coming here in, I think, next week. So, some new, I don't know, not a ton of stuff to do, which is a little bit unfortunate, especially if you're not an online player. Not a lot for you guys to do at the moment, but more will be coming, which we'll touch on in just a second. But Team Affinity will be your best bet. And another important thing to watch out for is what's going to come next, right? So we know that the World Series program will be coming on the 10th. I hope sooner, because the World Series literally finished up a few days ago, and we still got like 6 days until then at the time of this recording. So yeah, that's going to be coming, and that'll have set 5 cards, likely non-sellable, that you guys are going to be able to lock into the set 5 collection. And then more programs will be coming out over the next, month and a half that will, have more set 5 cards that you guys will be able to collect, put into the collection. But it's kind of just being patient, grinding Team Affinity, grinding some of the online stuff for now. If you want to buy some set 5 cards, go ahead. But mainly Team Affinity at the moment, which is a little, I don't know. I just wish there was a little bit more to do in the game right now. But at least we did get a lot of good finest cards, and I'm really looking forward to using a lot of these new ones for sure. But that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys are excited about Season 5, which cards you're looking forward to using, all of that stuff in the comments below. I appreciate you guys for sticking around through the end of this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.